Carolina Vergnano, the owner of the Caffè Vergnano brand. Welcome in Visit Chef TV.
Thank you and ciao.
Ciao, ciao. I start my day with 2 cups of espresso with a few drops of milk. That's my start of the day. Is it okay for you as the representative of the Italian coffee?
I would say that the espresso pure with no milk is the real representation, or as well the Moka, which is a typical Italian way of drinking it.
Oh, okay. And what is your first coffee in the morning?
It's a very early morning Moka, which is the long extraction coffee. And then I follow with a second one at around 7 a.m.
And tell me the reason why these 2 coffees.
Because it's a kick-off. It's also a moment for myself. And the perfume that the Moka has is amazing, the old
That's true.
house.
There's a morning perfume.
Yeah.
That's true. I agree. Can you tell us more about the Caffè Vergnano brand? As far I know, it's a family brand and family tradition as well. How do you feel about your coffee and your family legacy?
It's a very long history, 1882, so imagine more than 140 years of family members running the company, believing in the same dream, generation after generation. We feel a big responsibility because the owner at the beginning had a very big dream of expanding and growing the company, but also preserving what is very important for us, which is the quality of the products, the production made in Italy. So we are very responsible and careful of preserving the pillars, but also expanding globally.
So what was for you the most important moment for a brand? When did a small family business become a global empire?
For sure, the most important and relevant moment is when we signed a partnership with Coca-Cola Hellenic a bit more than 2 years ago, because it was a dream coming true. So putting together a family company, the values, the quality of the product, together with the ability of a bigger company to execute and to really bring the product all over the world.
And then the business is growing and growing. So tell me, how hard can it be to keep the quality when your business grows like several times around the world?
We decided to have a good pace. So we're not pushing too hard in the growth. So we're doing this with a reasonable growth rate because we want to preserve the quality and also our roasting method, which is very particular. So we do slow roasting, which is the old way of roasting coffee, but we believe that it's the best way, and it's also the signature of Caffè Vergnano. So doing this requires that we can grow, but it should be at a reasonable rate. Okay,
and it should be much better under control.
Correct.
Okay. So from which countries and plantations does coffee travel to your roastery today?
Coffee travels from so many countries. Of course, South and Central America is the main source of coffee, mainly for the Arabica one. But for Robusta, we buy a lot from Vietnam, India, and then also Africa is a big part of sourcing. So imagine this coffee travels from more than 18 countries all over the world to our, of course, factory, where all the roasting and blending takes place.
Okay. So you are producing only blends, or do you have like mono Arabic as well?
We are a blend philosophy company because we believe that every origin and every plantation can bring something into the cup, its own flavor, its own aroma. And just a blend can really be a composition of perfumes, flavors, and taste.
Makes sense. That makes sense. It's true. And what is the process? What has happened before the coffee arrives at the roastery? Is there any inspections before that, or is there any preparation because the coffee travels?
There are so many steps and so many milestones. So the coffee, first of all, in the plantation gets selected, gets washed. So there are so many processes which are happening in the plantation. And then, of course, we select the coffee by try and tasting before giving the to the container to be dispatched. But then all the other type of check and controls quality, it happens in the company. So imagine how many layers of control you can actually see within the process.
Italian coffee is, of course, the famous in the world. But what makes the Caffè Vergnano different from the other Italian coffee producers?
I mentioned again roasting. I mentioned the fact that we are family run, not just family owned, which makes a big difference. So we are very hands-on, daily working in the company, and we love to run our business. And I would say also the type of selection process and the type of blends, and all this is in the hand of the Vergnano family. In particular, it's my uncle and my cousin who are taking care, visiting plantation, sourcing from the right place. So these are the elements and the key elements of making Caffè Vergnano a bit special.